For practice this week, the offering that's been on my heart and has come up in conversation is this idea that everything has its season. And so as we move through life, this is the acknowledgement of impermanence, that nothing lasts forever in this human experience. And so acknowledging that everything has its season and that we are built to progress and grow, that the human psyche desires to progress and grow, is this acknowledgement that there will come a time when we have to shift and expand and make changes. And one of the things that was coming up in conversation is we have these friends and they had this small plant in a little pot and it started to die and they weren't sure what was happening. And so they gave it a bigger pot just to see what would happen. And they realized that plant was actually a tree. They thought it was just this tiny little plant and it actually became a tree when they gave it a bigger space to exist in. And so we are like plants, right? We need to give ourselves a container that can hold all that we are in that moment of our progression as we continue to expand. And so this acknowledgement of everything has its season means that as things are ready to shift and it is our time to step outside of where we are, there's naturally going to be some resistance maybe. We also have this desire for things to be steady and certain and for things to not change. We get attached and cling to what is familiar. But the natural cycles of life and our natural progression of being a human and just evolving pulls us towards shifting and changing. And so there can be this inner resistance happening. And so part of our practice is to surrender to that natural ebb and flow and that natural shift from one space into a bigger space and so on. And so the offering is to maybe consider if there's something in your life that it has maybe reached the end of its season, and have we maybe been prolonging that closure? Have we maybe not faced the fact that we are ready and meant to let go of something in order to reach into something more? And letting this practice help you along the way, letting this practice that we move through be a tool to help hold that transition and hold you throughout that transition. So with that, we'll start just with a little bit of breath awareness, body awareness, and grounding. So either finding a comfortable seat or making your way to your back body. Go ahead and take a moment to settle in. Maybe allow your eyes to drop shut. And start to deepen your breath, taking a deeper and fuller inhale. And a slower and steadier exhale. As you expand your breath and extend each breath out. So you stretch your breath in both directions. Begin to notice how your body feels in this moment. Begin to notice any subtle sensations that are present in your body. And then through that heightened awareness, begin to check in with what's moving through your heart. Oftentimes, I think there is this deep knowing when a shift needs to happen or when we're ready for a shift to happen. And that deep knowing comes from sensation and feeling in the emotional body, sometimes before it arrives to the mind. Sometimes it begins as a whisper, And by slowing down, making space, and getting quiet, you can start to hear that voice a little bit louder. Maybe asking yourself if you've given yourself enough room to truly grow. Or is maybe your pot too small at the moment? And if there is an acknowledgement of your container being a little bit too small for where you're at in your progression, your evolution, and just be curious with any sensations or emotions that show up alongside that. It's natural for there to be fear. Again, we desire to hold on to what is familiar, what feels safe and known. Maybe there's a sense of joy in acknowledging that maybe you're a tree, believing that you're a plant. And by giving yourself some room to spread your wings, you might find out who you actually are and the potential that actually exists within you. But if there's something in your life that you know that the season has come to an end or is nearing its end, maybe today in this practice, this is part of that process of shifting into the next chapter, the next season. It's holding your intention at your heart of what you need these 60 minutes or so to be. Perhaps that's related to some sort of shift, transformation. Maybe there's something else that you came to your practice that you'd like to move with. Holding that intention at your heart, possibly bringing one or both hands to your heart as well to connect to it. We'll take 3 rounds of cleansing breath. So go ahead and take a really deep breath in through your nose. Fill your lungs up all the way to the top. And when you're ready, an open mouth exhale to release. Again, deep breath in through your nose. And exhale, let that breath go. Just as you're ready, one more deep, deep breath in. And a cleansing exhale out. And take your time to make your way eventually to your back body and into a full body stretch. No rush, just finding your way to the earth, starting to reach your hands up overhead. As you lengthen out, take an extra inhale, maybe take some circles, your ankles, your wrists. And with your exhale, start to bring your knees into your body. Maybe a little rock from side to side here. And then we're going to start with a figure 4, right ankle stacked on top of our left thigh. And so as you start to move into this hip opening, you can decide if you want to land your left foot to the earth, or if you'd like to reach your hands to be around your left hamstring to thread the needle. And flex your right ankle and maybe explore a little bit of a rock from side to side. And then keep your figure 4 and let it tip all the way over to the left into this figure 4 twist. Your left hand might reach down to grab your right ankle, and then try to encourage your right knee forward away from your heart space to deepen the stretch to your right side. You can also continue to flex your ankle to see how that changes sensation. Just take one more deep breath in here. And slow breath out here. And then we're gonna move into a fetal pose facing the left side of the room. So go ahead and unhook your right ankle from your left thigh. As you stack your knees, roll onto your left side body, let your left ear rest into your left bicep. And you can stay here or your right hand will reach down to catch your right foot coming into your modified bow. So we opened the outer hip and now starting to open the front of your hip. Gently pull your navel to your spine and then slide your right thigh bone back in space. Let your collarbones expand across your chest. As you open up through your quadricep, send one more breath into the sensation. And on your exhale, you're going to release your right leg long towards the top of your yoga mat. And as you roll onto your back body, bring your left knee to your left shoulder. So you're in wind removing pose, right leg long, left thigh drawn to your chest. As you lengthen through your back body, just take a big breath in. And then with your exhale, start to lengthen your left leg up to the sky for your hamstring stretch. And then you can keep your right leg long, or you can bend your right knee and place your right foot to the earth. And just take a moment here to check in with your hamstring, your calf, your ankle. And from your hamstring stretch, we're going to move into some eagle crunches. So you're going to stack your left thigh on top of your right, creating your eagle legs. And then lift your right foot off the earth and zip your shins together. This can be a single or a double wrap. It's up to you. And then for the arms, you're going to eagle wrap your left arm underneath your right, or if eagle arms don't work for your body, or you want to take something different at this moment, you can take hands behind your head, elbows wide. And then pull your navel to your spine. On your inhale, you're going to reach your fingertips overhead, maybe to tap the earth. Tap your toes down towards the ground or to a hover. On your exhale, draw everything up through center, head, shoulders, and maybe your hips lift off the earth. Squeezing your limbs together, inhale, slowly start to open up. On your exhale, contract and lift. 3 more, keep pulling your navel to your spine as you inhale to open. And exhale to lift. Last 2, inhale, open. And exhale, lift. Final 1, navel to spine, inhale, open. And exhale, lift. And a little pause at the top. Go ahead and release, relax, unwind everything, knees to chest. Take a deep breath in. And open mouth, exhale out. Then figure for your left ankle on your right thigh. You can have your right foot floating off the earth, or you can land your right foot to the ground. As you find your figure 4, maybe explore a little bit of movement here from left to right. And then you'll keep your figure 4, and just like we did before, we're going to tip into our figure 4 twist. The figure 4 will tip to the right, sole of your left foot to the earth. Left knee reaches away from your torso. Right hand can grab your left ankle. And start to move your breath along the left side of your body. We'll continue on to our fetal pose. Start to roll onto your right side. Knees come to stack. And then maybe your left hand reaches down to catch your left foot. Think about maintaining all the space along your spine. So tailbone lengthens forward as your left thigh bone slides back. Just take one more deep breath in. As you exhale, you're going to send your left leg long, roll onto your back body. When you're moving pose, right knee comes to your right shoulder. Let this be a moment for extension through your spine. So send your tailbone forward, lengthen through your back. And then when you're ready for your hamstring stretch, right leg will reach to the sky. Again, left knee can be long or left knee can be bent. Just take a moment to open up through your hamstring. And of course, find some movement through your ankle, maybe spread your toes. And then from here, when you're ready, you're going to find your eagle legs again. So right thigh's gonna stack on top of your left. As you lift your feet, you're gonna zip your shins together. Again, this can be a single or a double stack. So maybe crossing at your ankles if that works for your body. Your right arm will eagle wrap underneath your left, or maybe hands behind your head, elbows wide. And then on your breath in, pull your navel to your spine, start to open up. With your exhale, slowly lift your head, shoulders, and try to lift your hips as well as you squeeze everything in and up to the sky. Then inhale to open. Use your exhale to lift. Last 3 here, we inhale, open. And exhale, your core lifts you up and in. Final 2, slow to open. And slow to close. And final round, breathe in, expand. From your strong center, exhale, head, shoulders, and hips lift up. Then slowly release, relax, unwind. Take that deep breath in through your nose again. And open mouth, exhale to release. And then start to find your way to your tabletop pose, however you'd like to make your way to all fours. With your shoulders stacked over wrists, hips over knees, we'll just take one round of cat-cow. So an inhale to lift your heart and tailbone. And on your exhale, cat pose, round your spine, really press the earth away. Then find your neutral tabletop. Go ahead and tuck your toes underneath and start to hover your knees just above the earth for a breath. Your hovering tabletop. Slow, intentional inhale. And a slow, complete exhale. And one more big breath in. And as you breathe out, downward facing dog. Press your pelvis towards the sky. Relax the weight of your head. Find any movement that you would like to add in here. So maybe you paddle through your feet. Maybe you wag your tail a little bit from side to side. Then from your downward facing dog, use an inhale to reach your right leg to the ceiling, 3-legged. On your exhale, step your right foot forward to the top of your yoga mat. Lower your left knee down to the earth, and as you inhale, lift up to your heart and hands just for one moment, nice and tall. On your exhale, hands come back to your yoga mat. Lift your back knee and step forward, forward fold. Soft knees, heavy through your head. Take an extra breath in this first forward fold. And then inhale to your halfway lift. Begin to lengthen out your spine. On your exhale, forward fold, release. Deep breath in, rise all the way to stand Urdhva Hastasana. On your exhale, soften your knees, goddess your arms, let your elbows spread open wide. And then breathe in to reach up to the sky again. On your exhale, forward fold back down to the earth. And then breathe into your halfway lift. On your breath out, left foot steps back, low lunge. Then left knee hovers, cow lunge on your inhale. With your exhale, cat lunge, lengthen through your legs, your hamstrings stretch. Then bend into your right knee and step back into your high plank. Right foot joins your left. Take a slow, intentional breath in. And that slow, complete breath out. Inhale forward to your tippy toes. When you're ready, exhale to your belly, slow and strong. Untuck your toes and anchor your toenails into the earth. Deep breath in to find your low cobra. Lift through your heart space. And exhale, lower down. Inhale low or maybe your high cobra. If you want to lift up a little bit taller. And exhale to release. Last round, low cobra, high cobra, or your upward facing dog. Follow your inhale to lift and open. And on exhale, we'll find downward facing dog, hips to the sky. And from your down dog, breathe your left leg up to the ceiling, three-legged dog. Your exhale, take a big step forward, left foot to the top. Release your right knee down to the ground. Use your inhale to lift your heart and hands just for a moment. Good exhale, hands to the earth. Step forward to your forward fold. Take a breath in to lift up halfway. And on your breath out, fold right back down. Rise to stand, Urdhva Hastasana, big breath in. On your exhale, goddess arms. Inhale to reach your hands to the sky. And forward fold as you empty that breath out. Take your halfway lift when you're ready. And then right foot will step to the back of your yoga mat. Cow lunge, right knee hovers, reach your heart forward with your breath. And cat lunge, exhale to find the length through your legs. With breath in, bend into your left knee. Your breath out takes you to high plank pose. Go ahead and inhale to shift forward. Chaturanga, lower halfway or all the way as you exhale. Open your heart, up dog or cobra, big breath in. And downward facing dog as you breathe out. From your downward dog, inhale your right leg to the sky again, three-legged. Exhale, knee towards your nose, shift forward. And inhale, three-legged dog. Right leg reaches up and back. Same thing, exhale, knee to nose, shift forward. One more time, inhale, three-legged dog. And exhale, knee towards nose. And inhale to your three-legged dog. And this time as you breathe out, right foot will step forward. We're gonna go to our warrior one. So rotate your left heel down to the earth and press your feet and lead with your heart to breathe your way up, warrior one. On your exhale, just hinge your heart forward, finding airplane arms. Then pause here, chest is proud, belly is strong. Then hold as you are, or option to take your hands overhead for a breath, feeling the strength of your back body. Take your inhale. And as you exhale, hands to the earth. Unhook your back heel and twist your right hand up to the sky. Turn your heart to the right, big breath in. On your breath out, release your right hand to the earth. Turn all 10 toes to the left and bend into your left knee for your side lunge. And stay in your lifted side lunge rather than going to Skandasana for this layer. We're gonna add in a twist. Right hand to the earth, twist your left hand to the sky. So you turn your heart to your bent left knee. Big breath in to lengthen from crown to tailbone. On your exhale, rotate to your left Low lunge to the back of your yoga mat. So you lean into your left foot, gentle standing splits, right toes go to the sky. For today, you can either keep your hips square or feel free to open your hip, putting a little bit more height through your right leg. Just make sure that if you're choosing to open your hip, that lifted openness is really activated by your right glute strength. Take a nice full inhale. On your exhale, mindfully step to your chair pose. So bend both of your knees. Let your right foot find the earth. Let your seat get low, and then lift up through heart and hands. Deep breath in. With exhale, we'll airplane our arms beside us. Lean into your right foot. Start to come to your left tippy toes and pull your navel to your spine. We'll rise up to a one-legged Tadasana. Left leg lifts with us as we reach our heart and hands to the sky. Big breath in. With your out breath, go ahead and find your figure four. Left ankle stacks on your right thigh. Bring your hands to your heart and send your sits bones back and down. As you flex your left ankle, take a slow breath in. And a slow breath out. One more breath here. I will rise back up one-legged Tadasana. Take your time. Let your in-breath support that lift. On exhale, we're going to step back through airplane into high crescent lunge. So strong through your center. Take as much time as you need to eventually land your left toes to the back of your yoga mat. And inhale, we'll reach your heart and hands up high. As you exhale, prayer twist, left elbow to the outside of your right thigh. And feel free to adjust your feet as much as you need to here. Strong legs, super long spine. Use your left elbow on your right thigh to pull your heart forward. So it's like you're pressing your left elbow into your right thigh and you're pulling that unit towards your left heel to lengthen your heart forward. Big push through your feet. High crescent lunge. Take a big breath in to reach to the sky. Your exhale brings your hands down to the earth. Three-legged dog, reach your right leg to the ceiling on your inhale. And then bend your knee and open your hip as you exhale. Stay here or find your wild thing. Maybe right toe step to the earth behind you. You spin your heart open to the sky for your inhale. Going back to three-legged dog, right hand lands, right leg reaches. High plank pose, shift forward, right toes to the earth. Use your inhale to shift further forward. Vinyasa or down dog, exhale through your flow. Or feel free to go up and back to downward facing dog. Let's take a big breath in through the nose. Maybe an open mouth exhale, just let it go. And your next inhale, lift your left leg up to the sky, three-legged dog. And we'll exhale, knee to nose, shift forward. Inhale, three-legged dog, your core draws you back. Two more, exhale, knee to nose, navel to spine. Inhale, three-legged dog. Last one, breath out, shifts you forward, knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Good, and exhale your left foot forward. Now setting up for your warrior one, make sure your feet are planted, right heel rooted, and then press to your feet. Strong center to rise up, Virabhadrasana one. Hips energetically moving towards square to the short edge of your yoga mat. Big breath in. Airplane your heart forward with exhale. Think about a proud open chest, super long spine, strong belly. If you want to, feel free to reach your hands overhead, creating that long line of energy from your fingertips to right heel. Here for our inhale. And as you exhale, hands to the earth. Unhook your right heel and twist your left hand up to the sky. Big breath in. On our out breath, left hand lands to the earth. Rotate your toes to the right and bend into your right knee for your lifted side lunge, your lifted lateral lunge. To incorporate the twist, left hand's gonna go low, send your right fingertips to the ceiling. Spin your heart to your bent right knee. And then we'll move forward to the front of our yoga mat and low lunge to face the top. Right foot is your base. Gentle standing split, left leg to the sky. So again, you can keep your hips square. You can open your hip today. Just making sure again, if you're opening your hip, you're being really mindful that your left glute is active so that your low back isn't the strength that's pulling your left leg to the sky. It's coming from your glute. Going slow motion through this transition, we meet in chair pose. Soften through your knees. Bring that firm foundation through both feet so you can sit into your seat and then bring yourself up. Airplane arms beside you and then lean into your left foot. Starting to get light through your right heel, really active through your center. Bring your right leg with you to stand one-legged Tadasana. Take a moment to reestablish your breath and start to find your figure four and sit into your one-legged chair. Really active through your right ankle. There's this energy through the right hip. So think about just like when you're on your back body in your figure four, you're pressing your right shin bone forward. So right ankle into left thigh. And that same pressure here to really engage your right seat. At the same time, you're activating your right side body strength, your obliques, to lift your right hip in line with your left. You're gonna rise back up from here, so take your time, let your inhale draw you up. Exhale through your airplane into your high crescent lunge. You can take as long as you want through this transition. Just working to establish that control between your shapes. As you bend your high crescent, take a big breath in. And then you're lengthening into your bird twist. So think about lengthening your spine forward and then reach your right elbow across your body. Right leg's active. You're pressing through your feet and through your hands to create this upward buoyancy through your whole body. And then try to imagine your sternum stretching to the wall that's in front of your yoga mat. It might allow your heart to lean back, the back of your heart to lean back, and the front of your chest to open. Big push through your feet, strong center, high crescent lunge. Rise back up and exhale your hands down to the earth. Three-legged dog, left leg lengthens to the sky as you inhale. Bend your knee, open your hip with exhale. Stay for your breath or wildly for a breath. Maybe tippy toes to your left foot. Sternum towards the ceiling, big inhale. Your exhale is going to begin your transition back to three-legged dog. So out breath brings left hand to the earth. Inhale your left leg to the sky. Shift forward to your high plank as you empty that breath away. Breathe in to shift a little further forward, Vinyasa or down dog. Good. Take 3 cycles of breath either in your child's pose or your downward facing dog. With 3 cycles of breath in the shape of your choosing. Think about taking that deeper inhale. And slow, complete exhale. Okay, moving into the next layer, our final layer of standing flow. Feel really similar to what we just created, just a couple of changes, add-ons, variations. Continue to customize it to you. So finding your way back to down dog if you're not already there.
Your downward facing dog, strong arms, strong center. Inhale your right leg to the sky. On your exhale, bring your knee towards your nose. We're gonna pause here. Keep breathing as you actively press your hands into the earth and actively pull your navel to your spine. Think about using your core to lift your thigh into your chest. And then on your next inhale, use your core, reach your right leg up and back, three-legged dog again. Exhale, arrives your right foot forward to the top of your yoga mat. Warrior one, spin your left heel down. Breathe your way up. On your exhale, we're gonna lean forward, airplane your arms. And then tip into your airplane pose. You're gonna unhook your left heel. Lean into your right foot and start to shift forward to fly. Take one more breath here. Now from your airplane, you're going all the way to your low lunge. You start to bend into your right knee. You're gonna bring your fingertips and your left toes to the earth. Twist your right hand to the sky with a big breath in. Stay here or bring your left palm to the ground and maybe find your horizon lunge. So option to turn all 10 toes to the right. You might have to wiggle your right foot a little bit back in space so you can get to the outside edges of your feet. And then flex your feet, try to lean the back of your heart back so your chest is open like a side plank. On your inhale, if you're in horizon lunge, option to sink your hips, reach your right hand to the back of the room. As you exhale, lift your hips. Turn your toes to the left, to the left, to the left, so you're facing the other side of your yoga mat. And then bend into your left knee for your side lunge, or maybe Skandasana this time. You might have to kind of adjust your feet in that transition depending on how much you've moved your right leg in your horizon lunge. And from here, low lunge to the back of your yoga mat, all 10 toes pivot. Left foot is your base, standing splits, right toes to the sky. If you're choosing to open your right hip, you also have the option to bend your right heel to your seat for this round. Maybe some softness in your left knee. Option for your left hand to reach up and grab your right foot, finding the bind. You're creating that bind, navel to spine, your right glute is really strong. Take a breath in. And as you release, go ahead and start to make your way into your chair pose. Bend through both your knees. Really active belly as you rise up. Exhale your arms beside you, airplane arms. Transfer your energy to your right foot. Now we're gonna stay low this time. So as you come to your left tippy toes, when you're ready, you're gonna eagle stack your left thigh on top of your right. You can cross at your ankles. If you don't have that mobility, go ahead and just squeeze your shins together. Then begin to lift your chest up slowly. Maybe hands come to heart. In order to lift your chest, your knees will have to slide forward a little bit. Pull your navel to your spine. For full eagle, you're gonna eagle rock your left arm underneath your right here. Think shoulders out of ears. Elbows lifted up in line with your shoulders. And then slide your hands away from your face. Good. And then you can choose to keep or release your eagle arms. You're gonna unwind into airplane legs. So either your eagle armed airplane or your traditional airplane, left leg's going to lengthen back. Take your inhale. On exhale, we'll meet in our high crescent lunge. So left toes land to the earth. Unwinding your arms, reach your hands to the sky, big breath in. With your exhale, goddess your arms as you breathe out. Good, inhale, hands to the sky. And exhale your hands to the earth. Three-legged dog, right leg's gonna reach up as you breathe in. Bend your knee and open your hip with your exhale. A little different this time, step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. Coming into your lizard lunge. Left knee will lower to the earth. pull your chest forward. Stay here, or twisted monkey, maybe right hand reaches back. Option to bend left hip to seat. And then maybe if it's available, your right hand might catch your left foot for your thigh stretch. So one more breath here. Good. As you release, bring your right hand to the inside of your right foot. Right toes are pointing forward. Tuck your left toes underneath and lift your left knee off the ground. So in your lifted lizard lunge. Squeeze your right knee to your right tricep. Press into your hands. Maybe half crow. Float your right foot off the earth. From here, side plank, left hand is your base. Step your right foot back. Reach your right hand to the sky just for one big breath in. Slow motion, high plank pose as you exhale out. Follow your breath in to shift forward. Exhale, vinyasa or down dog. As you find your way back to downward facing dog, take a big breath in through your nose. And open mouth, exhale, let it go. Just traveling through second side, we'll find our way to the earth after that. Inhale your left leg to the ceiling. And exhale, knee to nose. We hold for breath in. And we stay for breath out. And one more breath here. Really push to the earth, actively pull your navel up and in. Then inhale to your three-legged dog. Left leg reaches to the sky. Your exhale lands your left foot forward to the top. Adjust your feet for warrior one. Lead with your heart space to rise up. Virabhadrasana one. Big breath in. On your exhale, it's going to be airplane arms. Don't always stay here, otherwise you're going to unhook your right heel. And without momentum, tip forward to your airplane pose. From your airplane, we're taking that descent all the way to our low lunge. So slow motion, you're going to bend into your left knee. You're going to bring your fingertips and your right toes to the earth. Twist your left hand to the sky. Option to stay here, or right palm comes to the earth. And you might find your way to horizon lunge. So an active feet, lifted hips, heart is open. Option as you inhale to sink and reach towards the front of the room. As you exhale, you're going to lift your hips, turn your toes to the right, to the right, to the right. And eventually bend into your right knee for your side lunge, or maybe skandasana this time. Again, adjusting the distance of your feet as much as you need as you crawl your way through that transition. We'll continue to the front of our yoga mat, low lunge to face forward. And into your standing splits, left leg to the sky. Option here to bend left heel to seat. Maybe a little softness to your right knee. If you'd like to, your right hand can reach up to grab your left foot. And strong left glute. Making sure you're really listening to your right hamstring here. We'll release into our chair pose. Bend through your knees. Step into your seat. Full breath in for length from fingertips to sits bones. On your exhale, your arms be back behind you, so airplane arms. Begin to lean into your left foot and come to right tippy toes. Energize your center strength, and when you're ready, eagle stack your right leg on top of your left. So right now we're hinged forward. So we got a super slow motion, stack our spine. Let your knees slide a little bit forward as you lift your sternum tall and lean your shoulders back. Hugging everything to center. Hands can be at heart. Or you can eagle wrap your right arm underneath your left. Squeeze into the midline. Again, slide your hands away from your face and your eagle arms, creating that distance between your wrists and your forehead. And then you have the option to keep or release your eagle arms as we find our way back into our airplane legs. So right leg's gonna go back. You can keep your eagle arms, you can take regular airplane arms. And then super slow motion, just when you're ready, there's no rush. We'll find crescent lunge. Right toes land, wind your hands to the sky, take your inhale. And goddess arms as you exhale, think about the lift of your sternum. Breathe in to send your fingertips tall one more time. Exhale your hands to the earth. Three-legged dog, left leg lengthens to the ceiling. Bend your knee and open your hip. Then big intentional step, left foot to the outside of your left hand. Lower your right knee to the earth. You have the option to stay here, or you have the option to twist. Left hand might reach back. Feel free to add in your thigh stretch. So you can just simply bend your heel to your seat, or left hand can connect to right foot. Okay, last little piece of effort before we find our way to the ground. Return your left hand to the inside of your left foot. Lift your back knee, stay in your lifted lizard lunge. Super active through your belly. Left knee's gonna hug your left tricep. Maybe find a moment in your half crow. From here, right hand is your base. Side plank, step your left foot back. And stretch your left hand to the sky just for your inhale. Exhale to high plank, slowly, intentionally. Find your breath in. Vinyasa or down dog, you decide. Okay, once you make your way to your downward facing dog, deep breath in to lift your heels. On your exhale, bend your knees, look forward, step or hop to the top of your yoga mat. And take a little halfway lift. Lengthen on your inhale. Bend your knees and have a seat as you exhale. Okay, really briefly, before we lie down, I want to take one seated stretch. So rotating to be on the length of your yoga mat. You can face forward as well if you want. We're going to send our left leg out and bring our right foot in for Janushirasana. And then flexing your left foot toes to the sky, go ahead and reach to the ceiling, deep inhale. Rotate your heart to your toes of your extended leg and fold forward any amount with the exhale. So you can have softness to your left knee, but think about flexing your left toes to your face and energetically square your heart towards your left leg. Just 2 more breaths on this side. You can imagine your right ribs moving towards your left pinky toe. And then use your hands to push the earth away. Take your time to rise up slowly. We're just gonna switch out sides. So right leg will come in, right leg will go long as your left foot comes to center. Inhale to reach to the ceiling. And just when you're ready, turn your heart to your right toes and fold forward. And then really think about reaching your breath into the back of your body. So press your breath into the back of your torso. Getting that stretch from the inside out. Maybe your shoulders slide away from your ears. And you think about the forward energy of this fold, of the length of your spine really coming from the center of your body. So think about your heart space and the crown of your head as a forward energy. And then your shoulders don't really have to be involved there. You can think about pressing the outside edge of your right foot more to the right to see how that like slight external rotation of your right leg changes the sensation in the back of your body. And just like before, take your time. When you're ready, you're gonna push the earth away. You can bend your knees, take a couple windshield wipers from side to side. And then we'll find our way to the earth. So maybe grab a sip of water if you're thirsty. And then go ahead and just find your way to your back body. You can hug your knees in and relax back. You can do heel anchors and a slow lower. It's up to you. And then once you do arrive to the earth, bring your knees to your chest. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, you're going to drop your knees to the left, either into a gentle twist, or if you want to, you can eagle wrap your right leg around your left for your eagle leg twist. And take 2 more breaths. After your second breath, take your time to slowly unwind your legs, bring your knees back to center. Pause at the midline for your inhale. And when you're ready for your twist second side, your exhale, your knees over to the right. Again, either just to that gentle twist, knee stacked, or you could eagle wrap your left leg around your right. And then over your next breath or 2 breaths, and take your time to unwind your legs and bring your knees back to center. Curl your nose up to your knees. Take a deep, deep breath in. And on your exhale, release out into your Shavasana, your final relaxation. And spend these last few minutes of practice in stillness and quiet. If it would feel good to take one more cleansing breath, though, go ahead and take a deep, deep inhale through your nose. And an open mouth exhale, letting it go.
If you find that your mind has become busy maybe with things of the future, thoughts of the past, just really gently turn your attention, all of your focus back to your breath. And we can clear the mind a little bit more, making extra space. We create room for that deeper knowing, the voice of the deeper knowing to step forward. So just allowing yourself to open up to any wisdom or insight your practice has to share with you today. And then maybe you come back to the intention that you set at the beginning of your practice. Maybe you create a new intention, maybe inspired by the energy of your flow. Maybe this new intention is something that you take with you into the rest of your week, or at least the rest of your day. Just bringing back to heart and mind, really clear intention. And then perhaps you bring one or both of your hands to your heart again. You're connecting back to your heart space, the seat of love and compassion within our bodies. We take this final moment of pause to pause in gratitude. I'm grateful for this practice that offers us understanding, connection, and clarity. Grateful for our bodies that carry us through every moment, every day of this human experience. I'm grateful for that deep inner knowing that exists within each of us, that can guide us and walk with us through moments of shift and change. As one season will come to an end and the next season, next chapter begins. So in deep gratitude, let's take a deep inhale together. And then one more open mouth exhale, let it go. May yoga offer us a path to compassion. And may our practices serve as our teachers, our guides, leading us to live more authentically and love more deeply each and every day. Thank you so much for being here, taking this time to connect, and namaste.